Well, it's a good win against a good team. You know, that to me, Mississippi State, it's like a second round NCAA tournament game. Um, and that's what I told our guys. I was concerned of the gauntlet of, Alabama and Kentucky and South Carolina and at Tennessee and Georgia and then playing what I thought was this, still do set the probably the third best team that we've had in here. And I thought the fact that we played well early, shot it well early, and the fact that we were able to turn them over 10 times and get them to run their offense away from where their comfort zone was, made it harder for them to get the ball into their deep touches. They still out rebounded us, and still, again, not kind of dominated on the boards. Last thing is just great balance from Auburn. Again, our strength is our 11. I don't have anything on Lior yet. We'll get that to you tomorrow. But man, he's been playing really well. I'm just so disappointed for him because he knew that we were very committed to him being in the rotation for the rest of the year, and so I'm a little down about that. Great crowd tonight. Our Auburn family showed up. I think they like this team, and I hope we get a great crowd in here for our last game, senior night, against Georgia.
Hey, BP, you talked about kind of wondering about energy and effort after the Tennessee loss, sort of where they'd be. They came out pretty strong. Chris Jans was in here saying he hasn't really had to tell his team many times this season that they've been outplayed in the beginning. Like, you guys kind of took the fight to them, and he hasn't had to say that to his team. How pleased with what you saw?
Man, I was pleased. Chris Jans is one of the best. It's funny. I call him one of the best young coaches in the country, and he's not young. He's been doing it a long time. He's just younger than me, right? But he's a great coach. His teams play hard. They play physically. He's doing some really good things offensively. Hard to guard. Obviously, Hubbard is special. Matthews is a beast and a tough matchup. And Tolu's obviously one of the better inside players in the country. So they've got some pieces. They're athletic. But not often do teams can they fly around with them a little bit. And I thought there were times when we did. I thought Chaney Johnson was huge in the first half. Just, when I have Chaney Johnson and Jalen Williams to be able to play Matthews, when I have Dylan Cardwell and Janai Broom to be able to play Tolu. I thought Denver Jones was terrific tonight. Denver, his defense, and Hubbard got loose a couple times, but Denver Jones guarded tonight. He made plays. He turned the ball over a little bit, but he had 16. He missed a couple layups. He should have been in the 20s. Trey with four assists and no turnovers. Actually 6 and 0. That's really strong. Again, Trey has always kind of liked that second unit and played better with that second unit. And he and Dylan Carwell are kind of fun to have on the floor together at the same time.
Bruce, you guys have hit 40% or more of your threes for 3 straight games. It's the first time y'all done that since 2017. Just you talked about the importance of knocking out shots this close. Just how pleased are you with your team's response in that area, especially coming off that Kentucky loss?
Well, I think about our conversations about this team this summer on the heels of last year's team that didn't shoot it very well, and we all thought this was a good shooting team. We all did, and my emphasis to the guys right now, it's March. It's March. And it's time to, make shots, not take shots. And guys been putting in the work, and that's what it takes to win.
Bruce, you mentioned how well Chaney played there in the first half. Did you kind of see him? Where did you kind of see him evolve maybe a little bit with that larger opportunity when Jalen wasn't available? And how good was it to have Jalen back in the starting lineup?
Well, it's great on both. I thought we got great play, out of the position, in a sense that if you look at, I think we got double figures from both of them, right? And so the 4 spot was really productive tonight. And we get different when Chaney's in the game. kind of like Dylan when John Nye's in the game, but we don't get worse. That's a real key. We get different. Cheney can do a lot of things that y'all haven't seen yet, and he will probably more so next year. But he got a lot of tricks in his bag. He's got a lot of game.
Just you mentioned Trey. I don't think he had made a shot before today since the South Carolina game. 6 assists, no turnover. Seemed like he was really aggressive. How much better does that make you guys when he's able to push with that second unit?
It obviously makes us better, and I like him out there playing with confidence and freedom and accountability. It's hard, it's hard when you're only playing half the game to get a rhythm. It is. It's hard for both Aiden and Trey because right now they're both playing half the game, and so, but they'll play in 4-minute segments, and I thought they did it both. I thought they both did a good job of taking care of the ball. Trey especially was effective passing the ball. And look, Aiden draws a lot of coverage too, and a lot of game plan for him, and so they don't let Aiden get open looks because they know what a great shooter he is.
Bruce, with Jalen in the starting lineup, that's the first time you guys have used that starting lineup this year, and it got off to a really good start. I have to imagine that's exactly what you wanted out of that crew, putting them together for the first time today.
Yeah, no, it's good. You don't have as much firepower coming off the bench, but I think it's especially important in tournament play and on the road. You got to get off to good starts on the road. I think that's one thing that Coach Chans knew is, man, it's hard to win on the road, but you usually don't win on the road if you don't start well.
Any more questions for Coach?
Okay, thanks, guys. Yeah.
Wait, no. We've got one, Coach. Sorry.
Yeah, one more. You good? No, good. Come on. You're good.
Mississippi State in the last meeting, they shot really well in the second half, and you were able to really do a great job limiting them early on. Were there some specific keys you were able to really get around their ball screens, just do a really good job, especially on Josh and Tolu early on in that game?
Yeah, I mean, again, the fact that I've got bodies like both Dylan and Janai, so I got two bodies that can front him and kind of keep him off balance, and we do everything we can to try to limit his touches. That's the biggest thing. You just got to try to limit his touches. I thought Mississippi State played much better offensively in the second half. Didn't turn it over, shot a good percentage, and so they're going to be right there.